head coach of the Milwaukee Bucks. They had a 30-13 record in the NBA, and he got fired. And who did they pick up? And we literally talked about him, Doc Rivers,
Glenn,
the GOAT himself. Your thoughts on Doc Rivers being the coach? How they handle Adrian Griffin being fired? What are your thoughts on all that, man?
It's just really crazy. It really is crazy. I think I was talking about like the only thing that I could compare it to, at least since I've been watching basketball, is when they fired David Blatt. Oh no, not the Warriors, because they didn't fire him mid-season.
Okay, they did fire David Blatt.
Yeah, they fired David Blatt mid-season. I think they had the number 2 seed, not the number 1, but still, like they had a great record, and they were just like, yeah, bro, you're not gonna cut it. The difference is Ty Lue is a much better coach than Doc Rivers. Mm-hmm. So, and I think since he's been there, again, it's only been a couple of games, but I'm pretty sure they have a losing record.
I think they won their first game against Dallas, and they were down like almost 20.
Yeah,
yesterday.
But I think they're like
1-2 or 1-3.
Yeah,
yeah,
something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Since he got there, so I think it's just funny that he's played a couple of games or coached a couple of games, and now he's already about to be the All-Star game coach.
Mm-hmm. So it's official. He's going to be the All-Star game coach.
Yeah, because Missoula can't do it because he did last year.
Yeah, you can't. So you can't do it back to back. I never knew that.
Yeah,
I only gave it to whoever the third seed was. Then Nick Nurse or some shit.
But I guess there's probably no stipulations in those rules about like the coach had to have coached X amount of games. It's just the coach of the best record team.
You're right. You're right. He is coaching. I forgot. I briefly looked at something. I think he said whatever he earns from the All-Star, he's going to give it to
Adrian Griffin.
He better.
Which I'm going to say, we'll see.
Well, I like my bread, so I ain't getting shit. But I'll probably get like 50% of that or 60.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think I probably wouldn't. Whatever.
But what do you think it was? You think the players just lost respect for him? They weren't responding to his style of play? Like, what do you think it was? I also heard rumors about some other stuff, like with the child or something like that, but I don't know.
Oh, I haven't heard. Oh, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't heard any of like the other stuff, but it's weird because at first, hey, relax. Sorry. At first, I was hearing, that it was the players, and then Giannis came out and was like, "I love bro."
The PC answer.
But I was to say that that could just be him saying what he's supposed to say.
Yeah.
But I think it also is a stylistic thing. I think they weren't just playing. I think them right now is similar to having like LeBron on your team. If you put the right people around him, your team is gonna prime LeBron.
So are you getting to like putting LeBron on your team, have pieces around him, regardless of coaching, you're gonna win?
You're gonna win regardless. That doesn't necessarily mean you're in the best position that you can be in, or things could be being run better.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I think that's the same thing they saw with the David Blatt year, and I think it's kind of similar now. It is just also the tough part about it is, who's to say this next guy is going to be that much better, though?
Mm-hmm.
And also, y'all are the ones who decided, hey, we have a superstar who's in his late 20s, and we're adding another superstar who's 30.
Yeah, 30
Let's get a first-time head coach.
Yeah.
That's a terrible idea in the first place.
Yeah.
So he's kind of the fall man for that, I think. I don't think he's a really bad coach. I think he probably just would have been better off in a young team.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we do kind of know what Doc is, which you can say he's a championship coach because he is. But since then, what he has been the guy that loses a lot of leads in the playoffs.
Last time we won a chip, it was like two different types of style of play in the NBA.
Yeah.
He hasn't really translated. I mean, he going to win 50 games in the season. That's guaranteed.
And he had 3 to 4 Hall of Famers on that team. I think.
Oh, the Celtics?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Rondo's is borderline, and the other 3 are clearly Hall of Famers.
Hell yeah.
So right now you only have 2.
Mm-hmm. And it's like, so they won a championship before my Spurs. So in 06. Oh, no.
7, I thought.
No, we won an odd year. So we won 03, 05, 07. So they won 08.
Okay.
07-08
yeah,
season.
08, yep.
So they won 07-08 season. Then they came back, and that's when Kobe won his back-to-back 09-10 season. But ever since then, he's got knocked out the second round almost every single year. So, like, I'm happy about it because he has nice pieces and the East is open right now. But from what I've seen with history, I think it's a second round exit. And then I don't know if it was you or I was talking to someone. I was like, maybe you said it. Maybe I'm just like taking it from you. They got some smoke with Indiana. I wouldn't be surprised if Indiana mess around and get them knocked out the first round or something crazy.
Yeah. That would be crazy. Mm-hmm. I can't take any of that in-season tournament stuff to heart when it comes to playoffs. Because one game is, that's what makes. That's why March Madness is so crazy and so insane. Because anybody can win one game.
One game.
But it's different when you put us in a 7-game series.
Yeah.
So.
Mm-hmm. So you think this doesn't really change anything for them, or what, having Doc Rivers?
I really do think we just kind of got to see. Mm-hmm. I think that Adrian Griffin was an unknown in the playoffs, so you have more of a known, but what you're known is not really the thing that you kind of want him to be known for, and you just gotta hope that the only thing, the positive you can say is while he's blown a bunch of these leads, that also means that he built a bunch of good leads. And so you just hope that maybe Giannis is enough to be like, all right, bro, we can't do it this time,
Yeah, they were up 3-1 in the bubble, and then 3-2 against Atlanta, and then 3-2 last year against Boston, right? Yeah, they could have closed. They could have beat Boston.
Yeah.
And also, the players didn't show up too.
I will say that's the thing. I think this will be a better team
that's
than
to close
a lot of those teams that he had.
Mm-hmm.
Because I probably would take that level of Chris Paul, like Clippers Chris Paul, over Dame, maybe.
Hell yeah.
But I definitely would not take Giannis. I mean, I wouldn't take Blake Griffin over Giannis.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So I think he potentially has a better team than some of those other teams. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's really a toss up. We just got to see, especially because the East right now feels like it feels wide open to me in that I don't fully trust the Celtics.
I still don't either.
Yeah, so I think that they still have a shot.